Well, hi guys, it's me, Alex, and of course, happy Monday. Hopefully, you can join me. I've been just scrolling through Facebook, and I do belong to lots and lots of groups, and one of them actually Trucking Freight Loads and Rates group, which has 18,000 members, and I do like it because they actually share lots of cool information. If you are in logistics, if you actually in trucking, you always want to stay on the top of any highlights, any innovations, any news, any scams. You want to succeed, you'd better read something that's gonna give you knowledge. Stop reading nonsense, but actually start improving, start posting something which makes sense. So I was going through and I saw some article which was posted, maybe kind of as advertisement, but it comes from Bochanan Logistics, and I did check them on Safer. They are actually from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I did like the article. Whoever wrote the article for them, or if they had somebody in the office, but the article is about 30 fascinating facts about logistics and the trucking industry, right? And they are asking, well, how many do you know? So let's go together through all of this and then I'll answer your questions. So the first fact which they're given, and guys, I'm going to be reading because I have my screen behind my phone. I did not really want to go through desktop to go live. It's just something really fast we're gonna do, but of course it's never fast because Alex like to blah blah blah. That's why probably I am one of the not as worst dispatchers out there, not the most desperate one, right? Because I love to blah blah blah. Remember that communication skills is the one thing that you have to have as a quality to become a pro dispatcher, right? We always blah blah blah. But besides that, we need to have logical thinking. We need to know how to negotiate. We need to know how to put dots together so our trucks keep moving and they stay profitable even in this market. So there is lots and lots of knowledge behind that blah 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 blah, right? But let's go back to this article. One more time, I am giving credit to Bochanan Logistics, and I found this in the group which is Trucking Freight and Load Rates group on Facebook. So let's go. The first fact that in United States in 2023 there was 476,000 trucks sold. 476,000. This is a lot of freaking trucks. Just picture 476,000. Okay. That's fact number 2. The total revenue of the USA trucking industry was more than 940 billion. 940 billion, guys. When I started teaching my classes, I remember in like 2000, I started teaching, I think 2020, right? And when I was preparing, I was like going through the data from the labor department, from all the statistics, and we were about 720 billion. So look the difference, 720 to 940 billions. That's the actually revenue of the trucking industry. That's what people spend for moving freight. When I talk about people, I'm not talking about customers, how much they spend for the goods, but actually the freight, right? That's what they pay us, motor carriers, to move freight from A to B. That's a lot of freaking money. So can you picture if you can take a little piece of that? Let's say you're a dispatcher and you can dispatch some of that 940 billion of gross. Well, probably you can move out of the USA and buy some house on Caribbeans pretty soon if you know what you're doing, right? That was fact number 2. Fact number 3. There are 16 million heavy and truck trailer trucks in the USA, but only 3.5 million certified professional truck drivers. And out of that 3.5 million, only 1.9 are employed drivers. So let's go back to this, right? Well, that's almost like 40% of CDL drivers, they are not employed. And probably because most of them, they don't want to be away from family. Maybe some of them don't really see beneficial to stay in trucking anymore, so they quit because of market being tough, but this is a big number. But look at this, that over 9 million people directly depend on the logistics industry as their main source of income. 9 million people. Can you believe that? 9 million people are actually able to feed their families, and they work in trucking industry. And we are talking about dispatchers, pro drivers, logistics specialists, brokers, safety managers, probably mechanics. We're talking about 9 million people. This is a huge number, guys. Probably that number is bigger than some of the countries, the population of some countries, right? I don't know, let's talk about Moldova. How many people live in Moldova? Maybe 3 million people? So this is like 3 Moldovas, right? Working in trucking industry. Everybody from Moldova, 3 of them working in trucking industry. So this is a big number. I am actually surprised. And let's go to the fact number 5. There is a 587 self-employed owner-operators. 587,000 self-employed owner-operators. So tell me, future dispatchers or dispatchers who telling me that it's impossible to find actually owner-operator to dispatch, really? From 587,000, you cannot find 2 or 3? Well, that means or you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know how to run business. Because being a company dispatcher, there is no brainer. You don't really have to run the business. You becoming an employee, right? So if you decide to become company dispatcher, that's just another job. Somebody's taking care of it, but hopefully you still know the facts and you know how to do dispatch, that you don't put company out of the business because you're not bringing revenue, right? You still need to have knowledge. But for self-employed independent dispatchers, there's a whooping 587 owner-operators, thousands and thousands. Okay, that was a cool fact. Fact number 6. Each year, 300,000, listen to this, 300,000 new logistics-related jobs are created. This is not a small number. 300,000 new jobs are created. Okay, fact number 7. An average driver receives 67 cents per mile for moving freight. This is statistics for 2023. And again, we're talking about average. Some of you are making more, some of you are making less, but an average driver receives 67 cents per mile in 2023. And there is a number that owners of the companies needs to remember, that the driver wages cost 32% of freight cost in the USA. So whatever you make, 32% goes to salary of the driver. Remember another biggest mistake, well, approximately 40% goes to the fuel. So we are at 32 plus 40, 72% already out. Then if you have high insurance, your payments are high, you not really know how to dispatch well, you actually now running the charity business. I don't know how you guys still survive in there.